Ahoy, we are live. We've just wrapped up a podcast where we've talked about cutting clinic costs without sacrificing culture, how to audit your spends by looking at your data inside of Xero, if that's the platform you use, or Mild or QuickBooks, to identify where are areas we could be more efficient using the Department of Clinic Efficiency, DOSE, or DOPE, Department of Practice Efficiency, to see where we might be able to find costs that have contributed to bloat and therefore lower profitability margins, or at least we can reinvest, reallocate those into growth areas like marketing, as an example. So a couple of things that were on the chopping block included subscriptions. You might find a few hundred to a few $1,000s in subscriptions that you could cut. Maybe you've got too many seats that are allocated. You could do with one and have a master login. Perhaps as team members have come and gone in your business, they don't need as many seats on that particular subscription. The other one was IT services. They absolutely got hammered. Peter was not happy about the IT services that he so often sees inside of clinics, where they're paying, several $1,000s a year, especially in a cloud-based environment. Do you actually need those services? And the call to action was essentially get a download, get a report of exactly what you've had happen in the last month or 3 months from those providers to see if it's worthwhile continuing. In our experience, typically not. And then another huge one for bigger clinics where they've got leadership teams, mentoring teams, etc., has been meetings, the cost of meetings. If you actually look at the hourly rate for each of the team members that are in a meeting and you look at that cost over the year, it will probably scare you. And so the question is, if we change the frequency of the meeting, so free them up to do more billable activities potentially if they're a therapist, or if we cut the meeting entirely, or if we remove some people from the meeting that didn't really need to be there, they could deal with just an asynchronous update, or any mix of those things. What could we gain back, freeing up more time to do revenue generating activities and also being able to save on some wages allocated to those meetings? So the cost of meetings came up. A few other ones are the CPD budget. One, what is that? Does it need to be at that level? Two, perhaps, yes, it's capped, but there's maybe a few more hoops or hurdles to jump to unlock tranches of that. We need to get you to X utilization before you unlock the CPD budget. And again, these things need to be part of your agreements. Or it's a case of the selection or choices we make of that CPD budget need to be more clear, coherent with a strategy to boost their utilization, to see a different client type, a different funding source. And we just have a more discerning level of qualification before we say yes to that CPD budget. Obviously, the elephant in the room is your therapists, what we pay them, their wages, their performance. Maybe you've got a bonus or reward structure set up as well. But that's where the bulk of our expenses are. Somewhere in the range maybe of 50 to 70% of all your expenses go towards the therapists on your team. And so if they're underperforming, then that's a significant percentage of your business. So they're not overnight changes, but could we look to progressing or changing the remuneration structure so that it's a bit more win-win, a bit more sustainable for the business? Does it mean moderating the leader, as an example, who has a day, a half a day allocated to mentoring? Do we scale that back to zero or halve it, over the next few months, get them back seeing and serving patients where they're probably really good, and not spending $5,000 to $25,000 a year for them to do quote management stuff or leadership stuff? So they were the things that we covered over the course of nearly an hour on the podcast, which will come out in a few weeks' time. But just to give you more of a heads up, FYI, stay tuned for that episode. We're spacing them out over the next few weeks. We've got a bit of leave and travel here and there, but we've been hitting the cadence of twice a week. I think every Monday and Thursday, the pod is dropped and released. So hopefully that's helping you just accelerate the development and learning, the insights you've got to grow your clinic sustainably. As always, feel welcome to reach out if you're looking for that added layer of support where we can help you one-on-one. Just send an email to jack@clinicmastery.com. My name is Ben, if we've never met, but jack@clinicmastery.com is handling all of the membership inquiries that we're getting at the moment. If you would like to know more, please reach out. All right, we'll wrap this live stream. We'll do plenty more in the months coming. Thanks for watching on the recording. Bye.